let me just get all my excitement out. Let me just think who I need to thank, and we're going to just get to it, okay? So first of all, I'm really excited to do All Things Boss. As you guys can notice, I have a new set. It's my home. No shoes in my home. So when I invite you to come on to All Things Boss, ladies, make sure you have that pedicure done. And I just want to say a huge shout out to all my guests from seasons 1 and 2. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sitting down and talking with me. I really appreciate it. I'm super grateful. And even for those that reached out to me that wanted to be a part of All Things Boss, that means the most. Like you saw something special and you wanted to be a part of it, and I appreciate that. Thank you. So I started, let me introduce myself for those that don't know me. My name is Tatum, and I started All Things Boss in 2017. I have 2 seasons on YouTube, my Facebook page, All Things Boss, and on my IGTV. Okay, make sure I get that right. And I wanted to start All Things Boss basically for women like myself, or even some men who feel like maybe age, plays a factor of you not being able to follow your dreams or pursue different business opportunities or whatever the case may be, right? So for me, let's start with me. I'm a mom, I'm a wife, and I felt like at the time that I got married and I had children that I needed to dedicate all my time to them. Being a mom, making sure that my kids are good, supporting my husband with his dreams and making sure I'm 100%, in support of what he does and help him get to where he needs to be. And, I felt like that was my job. And not to say that it's no longer my job, because it is. But in the process, a light bulb went off, and I said, girl, what you gonna do for yourself? Being a mom and a wife is pretty cool. That's a great accomplishment. But what are you going to do for you? So I had to really sit and ask myself those questions. And thank God I answered myself. Yes, I answered myself. And I started All Things Boss because I love to talk. I love to talk to people. I love to meet new people. I am not with that no new friends thing. Nope, that's not me. I love meeting new people. And if they become friends, great. If not, they become acquaintances. Okay, that's fine too. But yes, I love to talk, as you can see. And, last year I know has been really tough for many of us, a lot of us. I did lose some family members last year. People that were really close to me, that were like family members. Thank God I haven't lost any blood relatives to COVID, and the family and the close friends to the family that I did lose. Thank God it wasn't due to COVID. It was other issues, other illnesses going on and stuff like that. And it's been pretty sad for us all. So I'm hoping with All Things Boss, I can bring some happiness to your timeline, some motivation, some inspiration, all that good stuff. So in between All Things Boss, between 2017, 2018, and here we are in 2021, I have been busy. I cannot blame the pandemic totally on my hiatus. I just can't do that, and I won't do that. I think in 2020, if I could be honest, I think everyone was really trying to figure out what was going on in the world, trying to figure out your place, trying to figure out how you're going to make it to the next day. It was a challenge. Within that time, I did release my first book, which is #this. And yeah, I'm really happy about this book. This is like my 4th baby. I am a boy mom. I have 3 boys. And I'd be lying if I say not sometimes I think about that little girl. But yeah, it's not in the cards for me. So it's okay. I deal with it. I'm a boy mom and I'm happy. I love them. So I wrote a book, which is about my boys. But we'll get into that in a second. And I just wanted to say, with 2020 and now bringing back All Things Boss, I think so many bosses have been birthed and born and burst into the scene last year, because with this whole pandemic really made you realize, like, what am I going to do? What am I doing? my job is closing down. I got laid off. I can't go back to work. I can't find work. You know, what am I going to do? And I think that really put the battery on a lot of people's backs, so to speak. And a lot of people, I've watched people all across my timelines, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or anything like that, people I know, people I don't know that I just follow, and I really see people pushing forward to really make it. And 2020 has taught me and everyone else that you have to go and get it. You know, so I see a lot of people out there going to get it. I've seen a lot of people out there who've gotten it already, and I see people that's making preparation to go and get it. And I applaud you, because it's not easy. It's not easy with the whole world shutting down and for you to try to get into a creative space. That is not easy. Thankfully, my book was already written. It was done. I just had to, you know, iron out some minor details, and I was able to release it actually before the pandemic hit. So I can't imagine sitting down and trying to get this book together during the pandemic. Really hard. So for those that started businesses and really went out there and got it, super proud of you. Really, really, really proud of you, because it's not easy. But anyhow, so getting into this book. Oh, wait, before I get into my book, let me just tell y'all. So who out there packed on some extra pounds? Because I know I did. Whew. And I'm still, you know, on my journey. So I'll just use the word journey. I won't say struggle, challenge, none of that. I'm still on my journey. From July of last year to January of this year, I lost a total of 26 pounds. So I'm gonna give y'all some real tea in Boss Lady T's life. I gained some weight back. Not super happy about it, but not beating myself up either, because I'm still on this journey. I'm back in the gym. I'm back to eating healthier, you know, drinking more tea, a lot of water. I try to get down at least a gallon a day. But yeah, so that fitness journey. So that's what's been keeping me busy, you know, this fitness journey and releasing my book. And then now I'm back here with All Things Boss. Okay, so I feel like I'm talking a lot. I told y'all I like to talk, but I really want to get into this book. On my IG, I'm running a contest. So for those that are watching my episode today, screenshot any screenshot, any screen recording, and tell me which story I read from the book, and I am giving away 5 books to the first 5 people that tag me in their story. You have to tag me so I can see it, and I will literally count down 1 through 5 on my timeline on what I see, and that's who will receive an autographed copy of #this. So I want to read a little story for those that don't have it, and read it for those that may win a book. Why not? Just to give you a little taste of what you're getting. So this story is about my son Justice, which is my middle child. Oh, Justice. Justice is so creative, so charismatic. He can draw, he can paint, and freehand I'm talking. You know, he does all of this freehand, and his latest project now is that he can look at anything and build it with Legos. Like, literally, I challenge anyone against my son, because he gonna win. And right now he's building guns, and like he researches all these guns I've never even heard of, you know, so I am learning something in the process, and he builds them with Legos. At first I was like, guns? Why do you want to build guns? But it's an art form, so I support him. I buy the Legos colorful. I refuse to buy black, because I just don't want anything to look too natural to a real gun, and he is not allowed to take them outside. But, you know, that's a whole nother episode. So let's get into this story. #school ties, #justice. The boys wear orange ties to school, and each year I buy them 3 each. The ties are destroyed as if they scrape them across the ground and step on them repeatedly. So as the school year comes to an end, we usually end up with 1 tie each, completely destroyed, hanging on its last string of life. But this particular school year, Justice had not brought home dirty ties. He just hadn't been coming home with them at all. I picked Justice up from school and noticed right away he was missing his tie. Once we got in the car, I asked what happened. He said, "Well, Mom, I didn't realize it was loose in the back. And when I went to the bathroom, I bent over to flush and the tie fell in and I left it." Okay, sounds legit, I thought to myself, but knowing Justice, I felt there was more to the story. The next morning, I gave Justice the last tie I could find. I said to him, I don't want to hear no stories about how your tie fell in the toilet, and be cautious when using the bathroom. This particular day, I didn't pick the boys up from school. A mommy friend of mine did. When I got home, I did not notice his tie was missing yet again. When I asked for his uniform that evening to prepare things for the morning, I noticed it was gone. Now, I'm really feeling like something weird is going on at school. I called Justice and I asked him straight up, where's your tie? And you better tell me the truth. When asking for the truth, you better be sure you can handle it, especially dealing with boys. He says, okay, Mom, here's the truth. I poop a lot in school, and most times there's no tissue. I just closed my eyes as he continued. Since there hasn't been any tissue these last 2 days, I used my tie. Don't be mad because I did what was necessary, Mom. As always, I am left speechless, but for a short while. My response was, ask your brother for an extra tie because at this point, I'm not purchasing another tie for $10. Hashtag flush the tie. Moms, dads, I know you have a hashtag this story because these kids, ooh, yeah. So anyway, I can't make these stories up. There's tons of stories in this book. Well, not tons, you know, it's a short read, but it's a fun read. And yeah, more stories like that. And yeah, I don't want to give it all away because I do want you to go buy the book. And I do want to give away 5 books, as I mentioned. So check my IG at Boss Lady T. And yeah, so hashtag this was born. And now we are here with All Things Boss. I'm really excited. So this episode, I just wanted to reintroduce myself. I just wanted to get you guys caught up on what I've been doing for the past year and a half. Yeah, basically we all been in the pandemic, duh, right? But I've been working, I've been a little busy. As you can see, I put out a book. And before we close out, I just want to mention that this month is pre-eclampsia awareness month, and I had pre-eclampsia with all 3 pregnancies. My last pregnancy was actually the worst. So next week, for my next week episode, I am going to talk more about that. I'm going to share my story. So in my comments, if you experienced any issues, health issues during your pregnancies, please share it with me if you don't mind, so we can talk about it next week. And yeah, thank God I'm here because it was really serious with Adonis. But yes, next week I will share details and I will give a little bit of my story. And also, I would like to say thank you to Acare Beauty for being this episode's sponsor. As you can see, this bottle is halfway done because I use it. I use it on my face. I use it underneath my moisturizer and my SPF every single day without fail. And here we have a nice little beauty tool from Acare Beauty as well. I'm not gonna really use it on my face. I'm pretending right now because I have on makeup. But it's great. You know, you can use this when you're massaging in the oil. You can use it when you're massaging in your SPF or your moisturizer. You know, options. So yeah, shout out to Acare Beauty, and thank you so much for all tuning in. I am so grateful for it. I'm happy to be back. I can't say that enough. I know I said that a lot, but I really am happy. And thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Mwah!